Let's get to the Bronny James part of it. Because I told everybody on another episode that this locker room is going to be shot. LeBron James, I don't even know where Bronny is at. LeBron James is hiding the boy from the world, but he can't hide the world from the boy. We go be on him because we want him to cash that check. We want him to cash that check. We go see this check get cashed. I want to see this get carried out. You said he was better than all these dudes. I want to see it. Where is he? Put him back on the floor. It was a blowout win tonight. He could have been on the floor in the third quarter. The game was over in the third quarter. Tyler Hero hit about 7 threes in the third. He outscored the Lakers team by himself in the third. You could have put Bronny in the third. It was a blowout. Ain't that why y'all brought him here? So he can play in blowouts? Put him on the floor. Where is he at? Hiding the boy from the world, can't hide the world from the boy. Right? So what's going on? So on my episode, I told everybody, you can't sustain a locker room like this. I remember when it was a distraction the year that LeBron was supposed to break Kareem's record, the scoring record. They came into the season, and that was the talk of the whole season. It seems like LeBron always figures out a way to make sure that he and his team is the talk of the media. So if he don't have a championship team for them to talk about as far as basketball, he figures out some other way to get in the media. One year it was by bringing in Westbrook. One year it was bringing in Melo. One year it was breaking or passing Jordan in scoring. One year was passing Kareem in scoring. He always figures that this year it was Bronny. It's almost like he sits down with Clutch Sports and Jenny Buss, and when he talks about his next contract or his contract extension, he's not talking about it like we go get a ring. He's talking about it like, I can make sure that you're on TV. You're going to sell tickets. You're going to sell jerseys, because no bad press or no press is bad press. If they're talking about you negative or positive, they're still talking about you. So he knows that. He even tweet goofy stuff if it gets too quiet. Oh, they ain't talked about me in a whole week. Let me tweet something stupid. And then they just start talking about him. He knows how to do it. It's almost like, I don't even know if he run his Twitter. It might be somebody that worked for Clutch. Just, hey, look, man, we got to get some traction. Ain't nobody talking about us. Jersey sales are down. Let's figure out a way. Right? It's almost like he's manipulating this whole thing. So when he negotiates, I don't think that LeBron speaks to Jenny Buss about winning. I think that was long gone when he left Cleveland. Miami, and when he left Cleveland the second time, I think his time of discussing things from a basketball perspective was done. I think it was all about what he could do for the franchise financially by his shenanigans and his media that he is paying for in his sports agency. Right. So I think if you remember when they was playing a SGA and OKC Thunder, that's the night that he told everybody, tonight is going to happen tonight. I'm going to go ahead and break that record tonight. They needed that win, or they was going to be out of the playoff. I think they probably didn't make the playoffs that year anyway. And Anthony Davis was so frustrated. And I remember after LeBron finally hit the shot, the fadeaway from the free throw line, pass Kareem up for the record, and they stopped the game, and then everybody went to the bench. Them clown, the whole arena was celebrating and erupted. SGA had the eye of the tiger in his eyes because he really wanted to win. He really out there playing for real, for real. They out there playing for play. And Anthony Davis was locked in because he showed up to LA for winning and they won that bubble championship, and he thought he was a new dude. He felt that he was a new serious player, locked in, going to go get more rings, and LeBron was playing. LeBron had his own agenda. It was a distraction. Him getting Kareem's record was a distraction the whole entire season, so much so they didn't even perform well. And you could see it all on Anthony Davis' face. He hit that shot. Anthony Davis went to the bench and had his head in his hands. He wasn't even happy, smiling, or nothing. He was frustrated, face red, almost had tears in his eyes. It was almost like, man, finally it's over. Now we can play some freaking ball, but they still freaking celebrating and stop it. And we losing. We're not even gonna win this game. It's the fourth quarter. We're not even gonna win this game. How can you no one can have a dual-headed mind when it comes to winning? You have to have a singular mind when it comes to winning. My goal is to win. That's all I'm shooting for. If you split your mind any type of way and have any other agenda other than just winning, that is enough to wreck a locker room and to wreck your focus and to be a distraction. And that's what LeBron was when he was going for that record the entire season, the entire offseason, really. They had been talking about it so long. He was a distraction. He's been a distraction ever since the bubble. Ever since they won in the bubble, everything after that, distraction. Well, Anthony Davis wants to win. He's frustrated because they about to lose this game, but everyone's celebrating because he passed Kareem, and he just want to get in the playoffs. He just want to win this game. The next morning, Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright, Windhorst, they rip Anthony Davis apart. I want y'all to go back and find that footage on ESPN and Fox Sports and all that stuff. I want you to find the footage of Shannon Sharp calling Anthony Davis everything except the child of God. He called him jealous and all this. I mean, ungrateful. You can't be happy. This supposed to be your friend that bought you over here, got you a ring. You can't be happy for him. They call him all types of trash because he wanted to win and he didn't like the circus. So you can't even have a facial expression that LeBron fanboys dislike because they're going to tear you apart in the media. They tore Anthony Davis apart. But LeBron was the distraction. Same thing this year. The Bronny James thing is still and was an entire distraction. Season's not going to go right. Hiring JJ Redick is a distraction. All of that is a distraction. This is what Kevin Durant was talking about when he said it's so toxic around LeBron. No one wants to go play over there. Everything around LeBron is toxic, right? So the Bronny James part of it is a distraction. This is the distraction they could have avoided, but they volunteered for this distraction, and you can't get around it. And it's distracting for so many reasons because that singular focus that you're supposed to have when you're trying to win, you can't have that singular focus if you got another agenda. You can't have that singular focus if you have ulterior motives. You can't have two priorities. One thing is the priority. Everything else falls by the wayside. They made Bronny James a priority. We got to draft him, and we got to make this history, and we got to make a circus out of it. Invite the Griffies, make photo ops, put him in game 1 in LA, and then call him up from the G League, put him in another game in Cleveland because that's where he was born, in Ohio. And then when he goes down to the G League, you can't even fly with the team. You get called back up to play with the big boys. Well, you ain't even ready for the G League, but you get played with the big boys, and the dudes that's better than you on the G League, they can't get called up to play with the big boys. We calling you up because of your last name. And you really think that a lot of grown men are going to look at that and respect it. And if they don't respect it, but they can't say nothing about it, it's going to show in other ways. Effort on the court. I can't run through a wall for someone that's doing this. I don't respect it. So I can be here and I can hustle, but it's something that goes beyond hustle that we call running through a wall. These players don't want to do that, and that's why they're talking about ain't no effort. They don't want to play for LeBron James no more. He's too disrespectful to the game and too disrespectful to his peers. He's ruined the NBA with this childishness, and nobody respects it. Nobody respects it, and it's showing. You can't run through a wall when you feel like this about somebody that you're supposed to play with or play for. And make no doubt about it, you play for LeBron James because he hired the coach. JJ Redick coaches for LeBron. He can't even critique him or criticize him. Even Phil Jackson could criticize Kobe and Shaq. You can't critique LeBron. And just like he said, whatever JJ Redick said.
Definitely embarrassing, for sure.
JJ questioned the togetherness.
I agree with everything JJ said. He already talked to y'all?
Yes, he did.
Whatever he said.
Whatever he said, because they like this. And JJ Redick in his interview said, "Oh, I already talked to LeBron. We talk a lot. I talked to him this morning." They coaching this team together, which is fine. Your best player is supposed, but your best player is AD though. That's what makes it so confusing. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's hiding the boy from the world, but he can't hide the world from the boy. You're hiding a child, LeBron. Let that boy go home. Right? But yeah, that locker room's jacked. They no longer want to play for JJ Redick. JJ Redick might not ever get that locker room back. The only thing that LeBron can do to save this is make a bunch of trades. He got to get some new people in there, and they'll probably last for about a month, and then it's gonna fall apart again because putting pouring out old wine out of your wood container. If the old wine go bad, and you pour the old wine out and pour new wine in that same container, then the new wine go bad. All right, it's the container that needs to be replaced. All right, so you can't pour new wine in the old basket or old bucket, however the saying go. Right, so you can bring new players in all you want to. You can bring in new players, but as long as LeBron is there and JJ is there and that environment exists, you're not gonna be able to fix it. All right, I'm gonna open the phone lines up, and I'm gonna get to these 2 super chats. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to donate to the Cash App, man, the Cash App is in the description. If you scroll down in the description box, see the Cash App. Donate, man. Help me keep making content. All right, so John Wayne, $20 super chat. Appreciate it. As a former player and commentator, JJ knew. Hold on.
Donate, man.
Hey, caller from California, shut YouTube down in the background. And give me a second. JJ knew players in this era do not listen to coaches or play defense. The arrogance required to think he could step in and coach with no experience is crazy. AD, get ready for the guillotine. They gonna destroy AD tomorrow morning. Watch my word. Shannon Sharp. As a matter of fact, Shannon Sharp probably already destroyed him because he did his nightcap with Ocho. He probably already destroyed AD. I'm gonna listen to it after I finish with this. Donnie T with the $5 super chat. They started using two-way player to hide that Kawhi was better than LeBron at the time. Paul George was on the path to be better. You might be on to something there. All right, let me get to this phone call. All right, caller from California.
Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
What's good?
They better not make no trades.
Hey,
they better not. They better not make no trades. Those trades are 5 years and 7 years out. They better not make no trades on this damn. I'll be so hot.
They talking about Brandon Ingram.
And I called you before. I told you my baby Lakers was the move and not to go this route. I called you before and said that. But I'm not trying it. And do not waste no more draft. You know this draft pick Atlanta got is a Laker pick that they traded for AD. And the Pelicans kept pushing it because it was a pick swap. So now this 25 pick that they traded it to Atlanta. I think when they got Murray or something like that, but I think Atlanta has it. And it might be a lottery pick.
That's crazy.
So
And,
So
and
now,
and that's the difference between how Kobe went out and how LeBron's going out. Kobe
yeah,
knew
Kobe,
he knew it was over. So he said, "Give me my money. You ain't got to pay nobody else. I do one last year with y'all, do my farewell. Just pay me because I know you gonna make money on my farewell to pay me, give me a 1 year extension of a lot of money. But don't worry about going to go get no other free agents, man. This thing over. Keep your draft picks." And they was able to get a lot of good players by doing that when he left. But when LeBron retires, it's over because AD's gonna leave. AD's gonna walk. And his prime is almost done.
Well, his prime's almost done. I don't know if he'll walk because LA is still LA. I don't know if he'll walk. But when Kobe was going through his post injury with the Lakers, Laker fans were tanking. Like, we knew that we weren't good, and those picks were protected. So we had to have poor records in order to keep those picks because we traded them or we protected them when we traded for Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. So it was a benefit to the Lakers, even though everybody was talking trash about Jim Buss. We actually were a very wealthy organization when it came to talent before LeBron got here.
That's true.
We had 4 consecutive lottery picks. 3 of them were number 2 picks. And the next picks available to trade, number 1 picks are 2029 and 2031. And Jamal Crawford's son is going to be available in 2029. He's only 14. And and the other guy in 2031, he's only 12. So whoever these 2 guys are, I am not trying to get rid of a possibility of drafting one of these guys because AD may be gone by then.
And even if he's not gone, I mean, come on, man. AD will be what? By the time
37 or
man,
something.
come on, man.
Yeah, man, dude, I am not investing. If these Lakers will be the stupid. I mean, right now we got the bubble ring, and you could shine it up and call it the Kobe ring because we got it when Kobe passed away.
Yeah.
And at the same, shortly thereafter, we won that ring.
Yeah.
So we got a ring in 7 years with LeBron, going on 8. Look, dude, we spent all the money. I know when your parents sent you to an all-day field trip and gave you $100, they told you had to make it last all day.
Correct.
So you can't go spend $75 at breakfast, and that's what we did when we got LeBron. We just went and got all these guys and traded all these picks and look, dude, LeBron. You were in the Navy, right?
Correct.
Do you guys have a term called shamming?
Shamming? No.
Shamming.
We probably called it something else. What is it?
It's when I was in the military. I was in the Army, and when your platoon is doing something like a task, and you're all supposed to be doing something together, but sometimes some members of the group want to go act like they busy and pretend they working while everybody else is doing the hard part.
Yeah.
We say, "Oh, he's over there shamming,"
We call it malingering. We call it malingering.
Malingering.
Yeah.
Well, we had that too, but that was more serious, like a serious charge. This was more like you just casually like messing around, like not doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah, so it was more like, it was more of a like something you would just do and get called out on.
So basically how LeBron played defense, he shams.
And how he plays offense. He plays both sides of the ball that way.
Well, he motivated when he get the ball, though. When he got the ball, he gets real motivated.
Yeah. But yeah, on defense, yeah. But mainly on defense, he's over there, I'm watching, making sure this 3, I'm guarding the 3-point line over here, So, yeah, man, it's like, and, I've been trying not to call him out on it because I never really liked LeBron because I was always a Kobe fan.
Yeah.
But when he came to the Lakers, I decided, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, man, they better not trade these 2 picks, man. I tell you that much.
Hey, man.
That'd be the dumbest thing they could do.
You already know LeBron don't care.
I know he don't care. That's the thing.
You already know he don't care, man. He don't care about the here and now and what benefits him, man. He don't love the Lakers like Magic and Kobe loved the Lakers, right? They like Kobe showed up to the Lakers as a kid, 17. Showed up as a kid. So even Shaq don't have love for the Lakers the way Kobe and Magic do. Kobe and Magic absolutely love the Lakers. Even Jerry West didn't love them as much because they had beef when he left the Lakers and went over and did what he did with the Grizzlies and the Clippers. But no one loves the Lakers more than Kobe and Magic. They are the greatest 2 Lakers that has ever played for the organization. Kobe loved the Lakers so much, and I know this is gonna sound like the Bible. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Kobe loved the Lakers so much, he bowed out gracefully with his retirement and said, I want to set y'all up for success in the future. I'm not trying to make y'all go out and spend all your draft picks to try to help me out for the last 2 or 3 years when I probably can't get it done. LeBron's not doing it. He's not humble, and he don't love the organization like that. He don't love it, and he better not get a statue. He better not even get his jersey retired with the Lakers. Retired with Cleveland.
Oh, he's gonna get both though.
There's no way.
He's gonna get both.
That Jenny Bush, if Jenny Bush do that, is gonna be an earthquake that day.
Well, maybe the fans will say something. I don't know, but a lot of people, they die off and they don't remember, and the new people come along and they're gonna say he's like one of the greatest ever. They're gonna want to attach Lakers to greatness, so they're gonna,
insane.
People don't know. People don't know.
A bubble ring. That is crazy. That's gonna cheapen every statue that's up there. If you can get one for a tournament, the bubble ring is the same ring as the in-season tournament.
No, it ain't.
It is.
No.
What's different?
The difference is it was a 7-game series. The difference is, it was in a bubble. It was COVID, so it was different.
How many games they played in the bubble?
They played. I think they played 8 games at the end of the season. Eight regular season games, I believe it was, each team.
Mm-hmm.
And then they played the regular full playoff.
Mm-hmm. And how many times they play a game, hop on a flight, and fly across the country to play another one?
None.
Oh, okay. Oh.
None. No, I mean, it was a different circumstance.
Oh.
It was a different circumstance for sure. I agree with you there.
Yeah. So
but, really,
the in-season tournament.
Really,
the in-season tournament is more strenuous than the bubble ring.
Well, the in-season tournament is 1 game at a time, and it's only it's 1 game. They paint the court, and then they take it to Vegas for a little tournament. And that's just to get people to watch during the beginning of the season. That's all that's for.
Okay.
Just to drum, because people weren't watching at the beginning of the season. That's all that's about. And you got to understand. I mean, you know that's what it's for, right?
Yeah. Of course. But look, I appreciate the call, man. Let me let some more people get in here before I end the stream, man. Thanks for the call, for sure.
All right, Mel. Thanks, man.
Shout out to Andrew Williams in the Cash App. Let me see. Did she send a message? Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. No, she didn't send a message, but she sent me a $10 Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App, Andrew Williams. Appreciate it. Appreciate the donation. Ronnie, what's good, brother?
What's up, bro? How you been?
I'm good, man. What's your thoughts?
I guess I gotta ask the questions again, man, because I don't think people are really understanding or connecting all the dots to this shit, man.
Okay.
Why did LeBron leave Miami?
That's a good question.
Why did Magic Johnson leave the Lakers? And then a few months after that, they gave the whole house for Anthony Davis. Why didn't the other young men who had heart issues get drafted into the league? Why did Bronny Jr. get drafted into the league?
Okay.
All of these things are connected to a root. It's all rooted to one thing. It's one source. And it's all about money. It's all business. This whole situation is business. Reddick, JJ knows that it is. He's in for the same reasons that Rob Pelinka is in. He's in for the same reasons AD is there. It's all connected. Magic knows the same thing, but he can't say anything. It's just BS that's going on. It involves LeBron James, because he's not. What we got to understand is that he's not a basketball player. He's a brand. So all of this is just about the brand. It's not about the team. That's why it's so easy for him to jump around from team to team, and he's not rooted into the tradition, into the greatness of the game. It's all about him, and it's been that way since he entered the league. Hell, before he even entered the league, it was already being set up. We're gonna make as much money as we can off of him. Keep throwing out the question between him and Michael. We know he ain't close, but just keep throwing it out, because the more you throw it out and the more you throw it out, that's just the closer you put him to Michael. So now it's Michael LeBron. That's why every time that they stop doing it too, as far as having a lot of players that they know who really know the game, because they used to have players on the shows, and they'd be like, and most of them would say the same thing, like, man, y'all keep talking about this whole Michael LeBron stuff, but y'all never mention Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's obvious what's going on. It's all business. And Jeannie, as far as when it comes to her, Jeannie just doesn't know what she's doing. Jeannie grew up, was raised growing up, and all she knows is that the Lakers had stars from the seats to the floor. That's it. And she's doing whatever it takes to have stars around. And she's gonna, and because she don't have the connections in this league. So and that shows based on the people that she has around her. She brought in everybody that's close. Kobe, Rob. She brought in Magic. She brought in what's his name? That played in the 80s. I forgot his name. They brought him in and his wife and shit.
So Rambis Rambis.
Thank you, Rambis. So she brought in everybody that she knows that's been around the family, because she doesn't really know what's going on. She don't know what she's doing. It's so obvious that she doesn't have somebody around that really knows what's going on or know how to really play this shit. So she's just like, okay, LeBron, you're the greatest player in this league, and you want to come to LA. My house is your house. You know what I'm saying? And she's playing it that way because that's why I believe that LeBron left Miami, because Pat Riley and them ain't cut from that cloth.
Correct.
You're not just stepping and just doing whatever you want to. You ain't just walking in and going into the refrefrigerator. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Correct. Yeah, it's gonna be some order, man. I can't be in charge if I can't be in charge.
As a matter of fact, there's order before you even step on the porch, bruh.
Correct. Yep.
We're gonna let you know what it is when you coming over here.
Yep.
And he understood that, and it was business for both of them. We get some championships and get to build our brand, which is the Miami Heat, and you get to save your career on top of put some championships under your belt, and you get to move on to do whatever you're gonna go do. But you're not running shit here, because he tried to change stuff as far as the staff and all that stuff there too, and he realized he couldn't do that, and he also couldn't really do that stuff in Cleveland. But because he was willing to come back, dude gave him more leeway the second time.
Exactly. You remember when he had pulled some type of stunt when he was with let's see, was he with Cleveland or Miami? I can't remember if he was with Cleveland or Miami. But they I think that was with Miami. He was still with Miami. They had a game in Cleveland. And what was supposed to happen after the game, they were supposed to hop on a flight and head to the next destination. But LeBron wasn't ready to go yet. And so everybody stayed back an extra day. They didn't leave to the next day, but they had a game the next day. So I think that had got out in the media, and Phil Jackson was at that time the president in New York, and somebody had asked him about it, and he had made that comment about exactly LeBron James and his posse, and we all jumped on his case because we took offense to that, like he was trying to say something racial. But this is before we knew what LeBron was building with Clutch and how they was trying to take over wherever organization they went to. And
that's my point.
It was a pissing match between Pat Riley and LeBron going on because he had done delivered them a ring or two. He felt like, man, when I negotiate this next contract, you got to give me everything I want. You know,
he got comfortable.
And Pat Riley was like, we ain't about to do that. And to show that Pat was still in charge, he had got mad after a game one time. They used to have these cookies that LeBron loved. Everybody used to eat the cookies, but LeBron was the main one who liked those cookies on the plane after the game. Pat Riley went and told whoever was in charge of all that stuff, don't put no more cookies out here. The cookies are done. And when they came on the plane, they said they didn't see those cookies. LeBron was pissed. And that's when Udonis Haslem said, that's when I knew LeBron was gone. It was a pissing match. But Phil Jackson was right. When he called out the posse, he was talking about Clutch Sports.
Exactly. There's a team behind and everybody knows, but it's like the elephant in the room, but nobody says nothing. That's why I said I called before a while ago, and I said in a few years we're gonna find after he retire, stuff gonna start to come out. We're gonna start to hear more stories and stuff, and we're gonna be able to start to connect dots with certain shit that was going on throughout the years.
Correct.
Because that's why I was like, man, I always question certain shit that was going on in certain moves. I'm like, I'm way smarter than this. Homie, like you can't play with me, bro. Like I can see it. Like there's politics going on, but it ain't just one. You get what I mean? Like it's the league, it's him, and then it's just crazy. But you could just tell there's some other shit going on. It's so obvious. And like you said, as far as when you was talking earlier, as far as about it being in the media, and you named the team, and it's way more than just that, of course. But you named the main players. You know what I'm saying? Because they're more popular. Everybody's listening to them. They're on these big networks. You know what I'm saying? And they're most definitely getting paid. It's all business. That's what I'm saying. It's all about money. He's the face of the league, and everybody want a piece. That's it.
Man, it's insane, man. It's insane. All right, I'm gonna get to the next call, man. I appreciate the call. Hey, look, right now, do me a favor, everybody. Hit the like button. Oh, and I appreciate it, man. We just got to 1,000 people, so we should have at least 800, maybe at least 750 likes. So let's get hit the like button. Let's get
everybody hit the like button, man.
Yeah,
peace out, brother.
All right, thanks, man.
Yep.
Caller from California, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's good, man? You from Cali, man? Where you at in Cali?
I'm in LA County.
Okay, that's perfect.
I'm in LA County.
Tell me what y'all thinking down there.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to kind of get into with you, because a little bit ago you was talking about karma, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of karma going around, because not just the Lakers or the Heat or the Cavs, the whole league threw their lot in with this guy. And if you remember a while back, since we're talking about his character and how he moved around, if you remember a while back when he was with Cleveland, Andrew Wiggins was one of the biggest rookies coming out of school. Well, he didn't want Andrew Wiggins, and he decided he wanted to move Wiggins out of the way so he could get Kyrie.
No. It was Kevin Love. It was Kevin Love. Kyrie was
Love.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Kevin Love. All right, Kevin Love. I knew it was one of those pieces that he got in Cleveland to try to go win that chip. But I say that to say, if you look at how he's been moving around, these are all signs of a person's character. That people are just pawns. Some players are just pawns. And he will grab some players and he will throw other players to the side. And if you kind of have been an observer of his career, then you start seeing all of these narratives start to pop up. And for me living in LA, I called you guys the other night too, and I was telling you a lot of LA never wanted this guy. If you in your mid 40s like me, you grew up on Kobe. We the same age, so there was no LeBron in your thinking. It was hoping that Kobe would get a chance to go at this guy's neck so that everybody could see what it was and what it wasn't.
Correct.
But what proved it to me was the Redeem Team. If you've seen the documentary, you've seen everything revolved around Kobe when it came to the Redeem Team. But the part that people leave out is that after the Redeem Team is when Kobe went on to win those 2 championships back to back.
Correct.
So this idea that LeBron James been the best player for the last 15 years, all these are media narratives.
And lies
created by
lies too, yeah.
Exactly.
And people believe it because they weren't paying attention back then. They really believe that bullshit.
They do believe it. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at how things played out with Magic tried to give everybody the game on his way out. He said, look, this guy is trying to stab me in the back.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to do what's good for the team.
Exactly. He was like, man, don't put me in charge if I can't be in charge. I'm trying to find a coach, and you telling me I don't have the power to fire nobody. You telling me I'm the president of basketball operation, but I can't fire Luke Walton?
Right.
I can't fire Luke Walton.
The same thing anyway.
Yeah. How the heck you go ask and beg Magic Johnson to step off of his throne because he has an empire? He was already part owner of the Dodgers at that point. He already had all these businesses all over the place. He didn't need no job. He came here for the love of Jeannie Buss, Dr. Buss, and the Lakers. Not LeBron or Clutch Sports. He came for the love of the Lakers and Jeannie Buss, and came and did a president job. And they when they hired him, but they still had him working side by side with Rob Pelinka. I was thinking that was because Magic don't have the time to actually be in the office and run it like that. So I'm thinking Magic is the big boss, and Rob Pelinka is going to be the one that's in the office all the time taking orders from Magic. And that's probably what Magic thought as well until he tried to fire Luke Walton. And when they said, you can't do it, and it wasn't Jenny that said it, it was Rob Pelinka that said it, that's when he realized he didn't have no power. And he was like, how I'm trying to fire somebody. He was honest. He was like, I wanted to fire Luke Walton. They wouldn't let me. And then they backstabbing behind my back. I'm Magic. I'm Mr. Laker.
Right.
Me and Kobe, Mr. Laker. How can Rob Pelinka be talking behind my back at this organization? And I'm freaking mad. You got to be kidding me. I'm out. He didn't call LeBron. LeBron found out he quit the same time we found out he quit. So he didn't call LeBron. He said, if I would do it over, I would have changed that part. I would at least call LeBron. But really, he did what he had to do. He showed up. He showed star power, and he made it look real intriguing to AD to request a trade and come over there because it looked like the Lakers got something rolling. Even Magic's involved. So he did his job.
Yeah.
He came over there and did what he had to do. He got AD there. He got LeBron there, and then he rolled out. Man, y'all got it. Whatever, you know what I mean?
But
so,
a lot of people forget that Magic was raised under Dr. Buss. That was like his pop. It was like his second pop. People forget that. He gave Magic a lifetime contract or a 25-year contract.
Yeah, something like that.
He was raised under that guy. So Magic had the right pipeline to move into the future without Kobe. You see what I'm saying? Every team got to lose for a little while before they start winning. Where Jeannie got mixed up is because in her mind, the Lakers are always big game hunters, right? We always get labeled as big game hunters because we got Shaq, then we got Powell. And so people start saying, oh, this is how the Lakers roll. They shoot for the big game. But people didn't know at that time, or there were not enough narratives at that time to know what a toxic player that LeBron James was. If you watch the game, you already knew. But Jeannie didn't have, like the other caller said, she didn't have the chop to know what it was and what it wasn't. Magic did know. Magic was ready to go into the future with Ingram, with Randall, with these guys that, look at what these guys are doing now. Ingram's not a franchise player, but a damn good player. Randall was a franchise player. Now he's the number 2 on a really good team. So all these people Magic had a line on, he knew exactly what to do. But all these other people that were in Jeannie's mind saying, listen, we need to bring in revenue. We need to do this. We need to do that. So then it got convoluted. So Magic said, you know what? If you're going to be listening to these people and you can't take the direction coming from me, who was raised under your dad with you, then I got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And this is where the karma comes in, because you didn't have the foresight. You went and rolled the dice on this guy that everybody kind of knew was not the right guy, especially for this franchise. For this franchise, that was not the guy. Kobe brought a certain type of Midwest, East Coast kind of hard hat mentality to LA. We never had that. We had Showtime, but we never had this clock in, clock out, show up, do your job, work hard, sacrifice. He brought that to Tinseltown. Everybody appreciated that. LeBron James is the antithesis of all those things. Nobody really knows if he's a hard worker. We got a good idea from the Redeem team, like I said before.
Well, you know what Pat Beverly said, right?
What do you say?
Pat Beverly said the hardest worker player that, as far as on the floor, on the court, working on his game, he said nobody I've played with works on their game more than Kawhi Leonard. And then he said LeBron James works on his body more than anybody he ever played with.
Bingo. And like you were saying the other night, you could tell, because a lot of the things that he does on the court have not gotten better. And there's all types of videos of him trying to do the drills that Phil Handy has all his guards to do the drills. He couldn't do the drill. I think that's part of the reason they got rid of Phil Handy. You see what I'm saying? So this is just how toxic this guy has turned a long time story franchise.
Yeah.
And that is the karma of making certain type of missteps, not reading the room, not seeing what the facts are on the ground. And now we, as Los Angelinos, this is terrible, man, because we got to live through this. However, how the off ramp of LeBron James, the end of this era, it's going to be bad for the Lakers, man. I think really you know that. A lot of people know that. It's going to be bad. We're going to be bad for a long time when this is over, man.
No, that's facts.
And that's the part that's killer. But thanks for your time, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Caller from Louisiana. What's up? Did I lose the caller from Louisiana? Greg Anderson, call back, brother. I saw your call. Oh, that's Louisiana again. Caller from Louisiana. Shut YouTube off in the background.
What's going on, my brother? I just got in.
What's up, brother? What's your thoughts?
Let me mute my TV. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, man. I want to call in with a few different points. Been watching you for a while. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the truth. And it's a pleasure watching all the time. And my first point, the frustration we all feel watching LeBron and watching all to us, it goes deeper beyond the NBA. Because I used to watch that. I'm pretty judging by your audience and you know, the suggested channels and things like that. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I used to watch, I don't know what happened to this cat, man, but Chronicles of Judah.
Oh, yeah. I used to watch him too, yeah.
And like, because I like to do a lot of deep diving and stuff like that, and go behind the scenes of things. And something Charles Barkley said recently really brought back some things that I picked up from him, back in the Gap. Is whenever Charles Barkley was talking about whenever King Griffith Jr. and Sr. He talked to them before that game happened with Bronny and Bron. He said that Nike was flying them out. It's bigger than the league, because I remember Chronicles. He used to talk a lot about that they have plans for this dude. You can tell by how they move him, how his career is being orchestrated. And I kind of get the same feeling with Stephen A. a little bit. Whenever you see people placed in certain positions, and those of us, not saying that we're better, not saying that we're smarter or anything, but we all choose to put our energy and efforts into seeing and learning different things. A lot of people who know things about stuff I can care shit less about. But I pay attention to this type of stuff. And yeah, they got plans for this cat, man. Like, if you think about it with the whole school situation, he out there dressed with his Malcolm X glasses. No scandals ever came out, even though, like, come on, man. Like, it's beyond what we see as far as for basketball-wise. All this is positioning him to have a bigger impact on society.
So you're saying he the Manchurian candidate?
One of them.
Who's the other ones?
Well, I think there's multiple. He may be one that's at the forefront, but there's always things operating behind the scenes. Like I've been watching basketball. I'm 36 years old, my brother. The first NBA finals I remember watching was the Magic and the Rockets. And I've been watching basketball since. I became a Kobe fan December 1996. My pops wouldn't let me sit down until I watched Kobe and Jordan play against each other. I saw Kobe come off the bench, drop like 30. I've been a fan since.
Yeah.
So my opinion is biased. I've tried my hardest to remove it. So I'm not even going to lie. But at the same time, I know what I'm looking at, bro. I've been watching basketball for a long time.
Yeah.
It was my favorite sport since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it's got to a point now to where, like, it's beyond what we're seeing on the screen. It's beyond those surface level.
I agree 100% on that. No, I agree 100%. I know that. I mean, because this dude is getting protections. Like you said, Stephen A. Smith, man, like, he won't even when Stephen A. Smith disagree with something he do, he won't even really disagree for real. You get what I'm saying? He won't disagree the way he when he come at Kyrie. When he disagree with something LeBron does, he'll say it, but then he'll back it up by saying he's the second greatest of all player all time. He deserves this. He deserves that. If anybody should be able to do this, it should be LeBron. He's done so much for the league. All of that. He got to sandwich any critique of LeBron. He got to sandwich it with so much praise that he don't deserve, quite frankly. And
like they say, who's in control or who's in power by those you cannot criticize. So if you have to give that much of a caveat, just to give a simple criticism of somebody's play on the court, then, like, it's not him, it's what's behind him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I agree with you 100%. Now I'm with you on that, man. Yeah, thanks for the call.
But I'm gonna step back. I enjoy the show, my brother. I just wanted to throw that in. Y'all have a good night, bro.
You too, bro. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, I can take 2 more calls, man. Greg Anderson got to be one of them because he's a VIP and I need to get him in there. But I can take one more after Greg Anderson. Greg, what's poppin'?
Man, I just want to tell y'all got a hell of a show going on tonight. This is straight facts. Y'all getting down to the nitty gritty. It's all about that money. But hey, I just had 2 comments to make right quick.
All right.
What does LeBron James, house party, and Space Jam have in common? Man, when LeBron become a part of this shit, man, he just fuck it up. He just be fucking up classics, bro.
I thought you was about to say they all flopped.
They all flopped. And that's the second thing. But look,
I knew this season. I told you at the beginning of the season. I said, man, I'm just here for this. I'm just here for the show. And I remember, like, it might have been like game 3 or 4. They played the Kings, and LeBron had that first triple double. And that's when he was yelling at Rui, and he was like, "Swing, swing, motherfucker! I'm on a swing." Man, Rui ain't shot the ball with confidence ever since.
And
And
that's when the offense shifted back from AD back to LeBron.
You took my next point. You took my next point because at first it was ball movement, working the ball into AD averaging 30, everybody getting a shot. But then LeBron was only getting like 16, 17 points. The reason I know this is because I was betting on them on your promo app and losing money. I'm like, damn. I felt like Charles Barkley. I'm like, damn, you just scored 100,000 points in the NBA. As soon as I start betting on you, you want to start getting 16.
Yeah, look. They had AD in them first 2 weeks MVP races. LeBron was like, not on my watch. Hold my beer.
Hey, LeBron. Hey, and like on what was that movie, Minister Society, when dude was eating that banana? LeBron was like, man, I don't like that shit. I'm gonna draw a dime on that shit. But look, the second biggest thing that happened during the season was when D'Lo got benched, and JJ Redick had that press conference, and he was just throwing D'Lo under the bus. Now, all right, that's cool if you're gonna treat everybody like that,
right?
Because like the next couple of games, LeBron not getting back on defense. You mean to tell me he don't see LeBron not getting back on defense?
No, they don't. They don't see that.
No, they never see it, bro. I saw a game against Phoenix last week. He did a live ball turnover. He ran back to complain to the referee by the sideline. I've never seen that in my life. I'm like, bro, this season is over with. These guys, like, AD and mentally checked out. Like, how long has some of them guys been injured? They don't even want to show up for them.
He ain't in no rush to come back. Vanderbilt is not in no rush to come back. Christian Wood, not in no rush.
None of them. They don't want to be a part of it. So that's all I'm saying, man. I knew it was gonna be a shit show, but I didn't know that it was going. Everything was gonna blow up within the first 24 games. Like, damn, can we at least get to the All-Star break?
Nah, we knew that because we said it. Remember, me and you we was gonna start a podcast just so we can clown them hoes.
Just to clown them. But man, it's coming too fast. Like, I ain't even talked about Bronny. Like, the nigga the man got a heel injury. Like, what is he wearing?
Hey, why they hiding that man? And they hiding him from the world.
Yeah, man, he like Drake's son. A story of Adidas. Like, what he been wearing? High heels? He talking about he got a heel contusion. Like, come on, man. All right, I'm off the air, man. Y'all cooking, man. I'll listen to it off air. But, man, hey, man, they need to, I don't know, man. Hey, look, it's nothing more I want to see than LeBron to do like another podcast, not with JJ, but with the new coach he's thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Why JJ coaching? That'll be total karma. I'm off the air, man.
All right, man. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.